estáis? Bienvenidos y bienvenidas a un nuevo vídeo del canal. Estamos aquí de vuelta con el segundo directo de Honkai y Ashveil. ¿Qué puedo deciros? Han pasado muchísimas cosas, pero lo primero de todo, mirad ese Gundam peleando contra ese Zaku. ¿Cómo mola lo que han hecho aquí con los diseños? Lo que os digo, una auténtica locura. Me encanta el tema de las maquetas y demás. Creo que es algo que literal nos deja como locos. Pero bueno, toca el momento de continuar con nuestra aventura. Bienvenidos, bienvenidas a todos los que estáis aquí en el día de hoy conmigo. Y bueno, ¿qué puedo deciros? Esto va a ser épico, va a ser impactante. Pero tenemos que venir aquí a hablar un momentito con nuestros panas, a ver qué pasa con estos Power Rangers, que tan divertido ha sido todo. Vamos a ver, hemos tenido un combate de mechas. Os recomiendo que veáis el vídeo anterior, si no lo habéis visto está disponible en YouTube. Y vamos a ver porque esto continúa, gente. Ahora puede morir en paz, Cine. El ALBA dice que antes de irse a la patrulla de noche, el Cine siempre... O sea, que Cine, nuestro amigo el Gris, siempre fue fan mío, ¿vale? Dice que conoce todo del Expreso Astral. Tenemos un fan, gente. ¿Vale?
What an amazing battle! Well, more than beating you, we were hoping Gray would leave a lasting impression on you.
Vale.
After all, being remembered by their idol is the highest form of praise for a fan, isn't it?
Qué bien que se llevan en el equipo, ¿eh? Eso está guay.
Oh, you bet. Besides my senior, my teammates in the Daybreak Squadron are the ones I trust the most.
Vale.
It's a shame, though. If he could really become the fifth member of our team, our recognition would rise even further. After all, many people still think we're just plain hero.
That's only because we haven't done anything truly heroic yet.
Don't worry. Given the state of Dual-Dimension City, a mind-blowing crisis is bound to happen sooner or later, and that's when we'll get our chance to shine! Ha ha! Yeah. Just yesterday, I rescued 5 people from a gas explosion. Hope they recover soon.
Vaya tela,
Spread the
tío.
word about how awesome Daybreak Squadron is.
There you go again, casually saying the strangest things. Like the Astral Express. We don't need to act to prove something so long as we stay true to our own path. Sooner or later, Daybreak Squadron will be recognized by everyone.
Silly you! Is the Astral Express all you ever think about? Why don't you just go join the Express as one of the Nameless?
Come on, don't make fun of me. I'm still just a rookie.
Cinereo como PJ jugable. A ver, no nos emocionemos. Parece majo, pero no lo conocemos de nada, gente. No podemos meter en Expreso Astral aquí a cualquiera que venga que diga que es nuestro fan, ¿no? Eso sería un poco error. Mientras sigas tu propio camino, todos ustedes son héroes increíbles. Va, vamos a ser guays.
Anyone who perseveres in their own life is a hero indeed.
Thanks for your guidance, Trailblazer. And lastly, I wonder if you could take a picture with the rest of us.
Claro que sí.
Trailblazer, please take a photo together with us.
Claro que sí, hombre, va. Tomémonos la foto, gente.
Whoa! My senior's so close to me that my heart's beating like crazy.
3,
3, 2, 1. La noche llega a su fin y el amanecer despunta. La patrulla Filonoche entra en acción. Bueno.
Time's about up. We should meet with Madame Pearl now.
Es verdad que teníamos que... Todo esto... O sea, todo lo de los mechas... Teníamos que haberlo hecho porque íbamos a reunirnos con Perla. O sea, qué ida de olla. Literal, ¿eh? Bueno, vamos a hablar con Cinereo, va. Lo siento, Cinereo, pero es que literal han pasado muchas cosas y... Que vaya muy bien, Cinereo.
You guys were amazing back there. If we record this for promo material... If only we could have beaten the Nameless. We were actually so close during that Mechatron fight.
What are you talking about? There's no way we could have beaten the Trailblazer.
Well, it's not entirely impossible, I'd say. Ever since I converted, I feel like both my mind and body have become so much lighter. Gray, you really should join us and do the same.
Vale.
Gray, being a masked hero means facing all kinds of dangers.
You
definitely feel pretty bad if you couldn't contribute your strength to the team when we needed you the most.
Vale.
Oh, looks like your idol's here to see you. We'll wait for you backstage. Great.
Senior?
¿Estás bien?
Me? I'm fine. Totally fine. It was no surprise that you took us down without breaking a sweat. It's me. I'm just too weak. I'm always hesitant, whether in combat or dealing with life. Even though I know I can never become an amazing hero like you, I've always been trying my best to get closer to being like you.
Vale.
It's a bit embarrassing to admit, but no one ever taught me the principles of how to live and behave growing up. I dropped out of high school pretty early and started hanging out with street gangs. Every time I threw a punch to intimidate someone, I thought I was being a hero. But when I saw how scared those people were, I had this nagging feeling that maybe I was doing something wrong. Later, when I read about the Astral Express story online and learned about your legendary deeds, I finally understood what it meant to be a true hero. Looking back at how immature and awful I was, I made up my mind to leave my old organization. Now I too have a chance to become a hero like you. Together, with my brothers and sisters in the Daybreak Squadron, I can bring happy smiles to the residents of Planarcadia and protect them whenever danger appears. But I'm just too weak. I don't have the immense strength like the Express Nameless. I don't even have any special talents. Maybe I've chosen a path that doesn't really work for me.
No digas eso, hombre. Querer luchar por los demás es una fortaleza, amigo. No quiero decirte algo tan surreal como que la sabiduría humana prevalece sobre la naturaleza, pero creo que la bondad no es algo que se pueda obtener. En cambio, el poder sí. Tu deseo de luchar por quienes te rodean y de hacer sonreír a los demás es tu mayor fortaleza.
Thank you, Trailblazer. Thanks for listening to my rambling.
Deja que te firme un autógrafo, anda.
Could you please sign that famous line?
Las reglas están para romperlas.
That's the one.
Rules are boundaries, and anyone who pushes beyond those boundaries becomes
Cualquiera que se permita cruzar ese límite es en cierto sentido un anónimo. Eres uno de nosotros, amigo.
I'll remember today for the rest of my life. Goodbye, Trailblazer. I hope by the next time we meet, I'll be a true hero just like you.
Ok. Vale, pues ahora entiendo que ya nos tenemos que ir aquí, ¿no? Vamos a hablar tenemos que hablar con Perla, que era lo que veníamos a hacer, gente.
Well, that about wraps up today's tour.
Tengo muchísimos fans.
You're only realizing that now.
La influencia de Perla sí que es grande.
Indeed, rather than the power to rule this world directly, that individual draws even greater strength from Perlux. Madame Pearl is waiting for you at the top of this building to discuss matters regarding the Phantasmoon Games. Let me give you a little reminder.
Vale.
The rules of Phantasmoon Games have never required any competition between supplicants.
¡Ojo! ¿Qué quieres decir?
As an IPC employee, I've said far too much. Your friends are waiting for you in the hall. You should go meet up with them. Don't keep them waiting too long.
Vale. Esto quiere decir, digo yo, que no tenemos por qué competir contra el resto. Podría cambiar todo el punto de vista de cómo vemos los juegos hasta ahora, ¿eh? O sea, ¿me entendéis lo que quiero decir, no? O sea, si realmente no hay que competir. A ver. Entiendo que tengo un hit para allá, ¿no? Vale. Buah, esto... Palabras que nos dejan un poco loco, ¿eh? Bueno, aquí tenemos un cofrecito, vamos a pillarlo.
Over here! Over here!
¿Dónde está el 7 de marzo? Aquí está Weld. Ah, vale, están aquí. ¡Hola!
Mr. Yang and I watched the whole thing on the screen.
Os ha molado, ¿eh?
Not only did you assemble the Mechatron and give autographs to your fan, but you also got to live out your superhero fantasy. Did you have fun? Mr. Yang's looking at you with such loving eyes, like a parent watching a kid riding on a carousel at an amusement park.
Indeed. Seeing him so happy reminds me of my younger self. Those were the days.
What are you talking about? Mr. Yang, you're still as young as ever. Oh, right. We've been wandering around here for ages and seen everything there is to see. What's this Madame Pearl really up to?
Buena pregunta.
I understand everything she wanted to show us. There are just a few questions I'd like to confirm with Miss Nyalux.
Miss Nyalux? Wait, where did she go?
There you are.
¡Ey, Feirón!
We've been looking everywhere for you. The Secretary's office sent Agent Feld here to keep you company while you wait, but he said he couldn't find any of you.
Entonces, me lo imaginaba, esa mujer era muy sospechosa.
Wait, if Mr. Feld is the one who's supposed to meet us, then who is Miss Nyalux?
Miss Nyalux? Who?
Agent Nyalux, an IPC ranking P30,
Vale.
who works at Perlux Corp's Imagenesis Technology Department.
P30? Imagenesis Technology Department? Since when did Perlux Corp have an Imagenesis Technology Department?
Could she be some kind of corporate spy who snuck into... Oh, this is a real mess. What are those security guards even doing? Distinguished guests, are
Vamos,
you
que nadie
hurt?
sabe quién es
Or
Nihilus.
did she trick you into giving her
Tremendo.
money or anything like that?
No, para nada.
This lady seemed totally legit. She smoothly guided us around the place like a pro.
Esto sí que nos ha dejado loco, ¿eh? Yo
Yo
no me lo esperaba.
I need to report this to security right
Vale.
away. She...
¿Me lo ha informado de seguridad?
Thank
Yeah,
you
but-
for your help. Astral Express crew, Madame Pearl has been waiting for quite some time. If it's convenient, shall we head out now? Please
Vámonos.
inform Madame Pearl that the 3 guests from the Express will arrive shortly.
Perla, por favor.
Pearl demonstrated the full process of creating
Pero
a
no-
Mechatron
vale.
army, based on what I saw.
¡Wow! Y aquí está Perla.
Hello, guests from the Astral Express. Nice to see you again.
Oye, así mola más que con el traje ejecutiva, ¿eh?
Thank you for your gracious hospitality, Madame Pearl.
I understand there was a minor incident in the lower lobby involving someone impersonating a Perlux employee. I hope it didn't spoil your enjoyment. We're fine. Don't worry about us. But how are things with you? Did you lose any valuable tech? Blueprints? Or top secret information? No. Perlux's data firewall remains untouched, and all assets under security network surveillance are intact. The only change is an additional expense claim under my employee ID. Never mind. I can make a preliminary assessment that this was the result of someone's momentary impulse. Lately, mishaps have been piling up, like dark clouds before a downpour, casting shadows of uncertainty over my plans.
Could you be referring to the Herald of Death?
Ahí está.
33 citizens were found dead in the Dovebrook district. In addition, an IPC specialist assigned to negotiate the purchase of a Mask of Elation died in an unexpected incident. This party has made overt threats to public order and is clearly challenging the IPC. My intuition tells me this is only the beginning. Managing capital and managing a corporation share one thing in common. That is, an aversion to risk and a pursuit of stability. And I bear both responsibilities. As the executive officer of Planarcadia, I bear an inescapable responsibility for the safety of this world. As one of the 10 Stonehearts, I hope to bring the Phantasmoon Games to a swift and safe conclusion. Rather than staging another dangerous battle, like what happened at Graphia Academy, I hope the supplicants can show the people of this world miracles of joy and happiness, instead of sorrow and rage during the Phantasmoon Games. Therefore, I'd like to hear the Express's request. Trailblazer, please, tell me. What's your ultimate goal for joining the Phantasmoon Games?
Buena pregunta, ¿no? Antes de partir, vale.
You mentioned earlier that you wanted to talk about the Phantasmoon Games with me?
Sobre el objetivo de los Juegos Fabulona.
I'd like to talk about our ultimate goal for participating in the Phantasmoon Games.
Huh. Got something in mind?
I think the rules and rewards for the Phantasmoon Games are a little too vague.
That's exactly what I thought when I joined the games 15 years ago. These games allow supplicants to do anything, good or evil. As a result, everything that unfolds in the course of these games exists beyond control. What's more vague is what can winners do when they share the power of the elation. According to legends and historical records from Ahatopia, victors typically first witness the manifestation of Aha themselves. They listen to the victor's wishes and grant them permission to use their power. And the applications of this power seem to be boundlessly vast. When faced with countless choices, the situation becomes even more thorny than having no choice at all. Sometimes I wonder, if we had agreed to become the leader of the Anti-Destruction Alliance, how would this trip have turned out?
Quiero que Aja sea el líder.
If I win, I'll give up sharing Aha's power and ask them to be the leader of the Anti-Destruction Alliance.
That's such a hilarious idea.
Lo digo muy en serio.
I get it. To begin with, this is far more meaningful than taking up a god's authority and squandering it freely for a single minute.
Sí.
Secondly, placing an Eon on the righteous cause of opposing the universe's greatest threat is something neither the IPC nor the god itself could reasonably object to. Finally, this would also help us avoid the risk we currently face, cooperating with the IPC while remaining wary of being drawn into its ambitions during the operation of the Anti-Destruction Alliance. If we handle the negotiations well, perhaps Aha could stand behind the Astral Express, just like our cooperation with the Xianzhou, where we could maintain distance from one another while offering support from afar. The only question is, will Aha agree?
Don't worry about that. From what I know about them, they'll agree.
What kind of god of games would they be if they broke their own rules?
Eso es verdad, no debería poder romper las reglas.
They still owe the Express a debt.
Vale. ¿Cuál?
This is their IOU for the Express debt from when they were traveling with Akavilli, complete with their signature and seal.
Vale. Vamos a ver esto. Lista de daños que AJA debe compensar. A ver. Microondas, teléfono, pares de zapatillas supersónicas, capa de invisibilidad óptica, alfombra voladora. ¿Qué dices, tío? Un gato de limpieza de los grafitis de la estatua del planeta. ¿3 hidro?
Passenger, use this to blackmail them. That one will definitely give in to your demands. Probably.
Vaya tela, chaval.
So, you're saying you want AHA to take on the leadership of the Anti-Destruction Alliance?
Sí, ese es el plan. Esto lo cambia todo, se les ha petado.
Failed. Success rate indeterminable. This peculiar proposal nearly brought my thought process to a halt. This request is far too lacking in structure, yet within an irrational context, it seems to conceal a
Yo entiendo que no es lo más
logic.
racional del mundo, no lo voy a negar, creo que hay que entenderlo, pero bueno.
Playground, then they should do something about this playground that's about to be destroyed.
Vale.
As expected of the Trailblazer, your thinking is so out of the box. I've learned something today. However, I don't think you stand much of a chance in the games, because
¿Por qué?
I've joined as a supplicant.
Entonces, ¿lo que sigue es una batalla contra un jefe o qué?
Not a single rule in the Phantasmoon games requires supplicants to engage in combat, so there's no need for hostility between us.
Planarcadia's administrator is a supplicant?
At the same time, she has at her disposal assets of staggering magnitude. What Perlux Corp among them.
With money and power on her side, wouldn't her chances of success be way higher than ours?
As I previously proposed to Miss Himiko, I'm willing to cooperate with the Astral Express to ensure the smooth progression of the Phantasmoon games.
But the Astral Express isn't your only partner, is it?
I have 2 other allies. However, you all are my most promising ones. Once the Astral Express joins, it will maximize the safety and success of this Ionic game. And I will do everything in my power to fulfill my partner's wishes within that limited minute.
Igual que la alianza contra la destrucción, entiendo.
As we told you before, our strategy is to become a sail, advance and retreat together. The Astral Express is not a lone supplicant, since we have our own allies in the games.
Vale.
An ally like Sparksy? It's true that you defeated her and took her mask. But given her typical decision-making style, Sparksy isn't exactly what you'd call a reliable.
Además de ella, yo también tengo una máscara.
Hypothesis. The Sinwish Syndicate's missing mask. I thought it fell into the Cienjo's hands. Don't tell me. Yao Guang gave it to you guys?
That's right. 3 against 3. We're tied at the moment.
With this new variable in play, I'll have to adjust my extrapolations. But the conclusion seems unchanged. After all, as the administrator of this world, I have the natural advantage in resources.
Eso no es ninguna ventaja.
An IPC senior executive, Planarcadia's administrator, a member of the 10 Stonehearts, joining the games personally. It certainly has an intimidating ring to it. But when you think about it, isn't this identity precisely the greatest burden Madame Pearl has to overcome?
Madre mía.
Right. Your identity is far too sensitive. You want to control these games and end it safely and quickly. But Planarcadia's citizens might not see it this way. All they see is the all-powerful IPC and an influential executive pulling all the strings. Your every action will be scrutinized twice over.
La gente no quiere ver ganar a la corporación.
A sharp observation, I must say. Quite impressive.
But I do not believe you yourself would overlook this. Madame Pearl, what is it that you seek to obtain from the Phantasmoon games at any cost?
What I seek is a treasure
Ojo.
lost to this world's
¿De
history.
qué tesoro pensáis que está hablando?
I want to recreate Graphia's divine art of imagenesis.
Does that have something to do with painting?
Hard to believe, no? My birth originated from the theme assigned by the celestial differentiator of planet Scrulum, art. At first, I was nothing more than a machine that imitated human paintings. For an Intellitron, generating works of art is no great challenge. Day after day, I studied. Day after day, I exhausted every possibility. I could instantly analyze the proportional structure and pigment composition of any painting. I could precisely reproduce every pixel of Graphia's masterpieces. Yet I could not create as she did. Graphia's ultimate creation was establishing the world in canvas at the end of the Phantasmoon games. I want to understand her thoughts at that moment and touch the essence of creation.
Is this your personal pursuit? Or the IPC's demands on this world?
Both. The IPC's point of view is far more pragmatic. The world in canvas is a dimension that can shield us from the Antimatter Legion's warfare, and they've always been eager to master this technology.
Unfortunately, it seems we can't convince each other to back out for now.
Then, I have another proposal. Why don't we shift our perspective and turn our attention to those two supplicants who haven't surfaced yet? These two individuals' objectives are unclear, and their abilities remain a mystery. If left unchecked, we might see a repeat of the Herald of Death tragedy. I have a cooperation proposal that could help us gather intelligence on them, and I'm willing to share this piece of information with you all.
No es gratis, ¿verdad?
That is correct. But all you need to do is sacrifice a tiny sliver of your reputation. Before we move on to the details of our cooperation, would you like to take a short break and have some tea to wet your whistles? Or shall we continue?
Sigamos hablando.
I was thinking of having Perlux Corp host an expo for the Astral Express. As for the name, how about Star Rail Fest?
Star Rail Fest? You mean hosting a Fluffy Across the Blue convention?
Correct, but not entirely. The Fluffy is well known in this world, so it's a good collaboration element. But what I want is an unprecedented Astral Express exhibition, with the Fluffy being just a small part of it. The real stars of this grand event will be you, the Express crew. You'll be there in person to meet the people of this world.
Madre mía.
Are you trying to use this exhibition to lure those two unidentified supplicants out of hiding?
Huh? What if they're up to no good? Won't that just make us walking targets?
¿Qué ganamos nosotros?
What
Vaya
could be more
negociación, ¿eh?
inspiring to the people of a world than standing face to face with heroes of the cosmos. That's an enormous amount of wish power, and the Astral Express is the very source from which this wish power originates. Together, we can create a miracle for all to witness in Arcadia devoted to the legends of heroes. I'll also get Full Wish TV and other mainstream media outlets involved for promotional cooperation. And in return, wish power will flow to you. Of this, I have no doubt.
Trato hecho.
A wise choice. Before the Star Rail Fest officially begins, I have one more favor to ask of you all. I'd like the Express crew to pay a visit to Blurry QR Colt, the original author of Fluffy Across the Blue.
Qué apodo tan raro.
Doesn't Perlux own the rights to the Fluffy?
Since their debut, this author has remained anonymous, never revealing their true identity in public.
Vaya.
But if the real-life inspiration behind the story were to pay them a personal visit, it would surely be a great honor, and likely persuade them to attend a signing, stoking the excitement even further.
Nosotros nos encargamos.
Now that we've reached an agreement, I'll leave it in your capable hands. My secretary will be in touch to keep all parties apprised. By the way, before you leave, please accept this small gift as a memento of our first collaboration.
Vale, esto es como una insignia, ¿no? Es la ficha de aventurino, ¿no?
I've studied in detail the records of my colleagues' interactions with partners in Penacony, and I was particularly inspired by Aventurine's technique of giving small gifts that symbolize good fortune. So please, keep this chip with you as a symbol of good fortune for our future cooperation. Take care, everyone.
Well, we'll be on our way then.
As your private detective, I must warn you that a grand exhibition of unprecedented scale would make for a perfect opportunity to reenact the blood-stained games.
I understand. That's why I have a mission for you. Protect the Nameless at Star Rail Fest.
You actually think they would need my protection with their strength? Don't tell me your extrapolations predict even bigger trouble ahead.
Hidden beneath each extrapolation, tiny signals of unease keep bubbling up to my thought interface. I must be thoroughly prepared for whatever may come.
Vale.
Now that you've taken up the mask, let's talk about payment.
Before we talk about payment, let's discuss the
Él quiere saber de
Herald.
Anuncia Muerte, está claro.
Although the Department of Aberration Defense sealed and destroyed all records of the bloodstained games,
¿Por qué?
I still managed to uncover some.
Es la pregunta que todos nos hacemos.
After the heralded death incident, the victims' families collectively received compensation so massive it could fill any gaping wound. So, I figured maybe we could find some leads by looking into official Planarcadia expenditures. But here's the interesting part. This item was nowhere to be found in that year's public financial report. Care to guess whose books this money went through? It was you, the omnipresent IPC. To be precise, it was the IPC's technology department that paid this astronomical compensation.
Following the usual human drama tropes, am I supposed to give you a round of applause now? Being able to dig up all this information really shows your connections and capabilities, Detective Ashveil.
In movies, a big shot like you would usually raise a hand right about now, revealing the dark muzzle of a gun. I'm afraid you've learned too much. And bang! That's when the gun goes off. And I, the poor sap who uncovered the truth, am supposed to bite the dust.
Sorry, my hand is on the checkbook and unavailable. Mr. Ashveil, tell me, how many zeros would you like to see on that check for our cooperation?
It's not about the money.
Indeed, money isn't the issue. 100 million credits.
Madre mía.
Are you trying to buy me off like some poor victim's family? Tell me, why did the technology department pay to sweep this under the rug?
300 million?
Nada, Perla está comprando a...
money for cryosleep, supporting the families of fallen comrades.
I'm not your lackey in Teletron. Tell me the answer.
500 million? I could pretend there's a glitch in my calculation process and make...
I want the answer.
Ashveil solo quiere respuestas. Esta no le entra.
Oh, an unexpected choice. It defies my usual understanding of your decision tree. Note, I say this without sarcasm or ridicule. The answer is, I don't know much. Hard to believe, perhaps. But as CEO, my power isn't unlimited. Besides, the Herald of Death affair lies 15 years in the past. This world is like an unfinished game of chess that's been dragging on for years. The hidden moves laid by the previous player keep becoming my challenges. Even today.
But since you've invited me to finish this game together, sharing intel is a must.
Reasonable. I'll share what I know about the answer. Marcus Antali, the Herald of Death. Last member of the Intelligentsia Guild School of Evolutionary Perfection. 5 years ago, his identity was confirmed, and he was executed. Note, executed in every sense of the word. Miss Yabali, head of the technology department, took possession of his belongings, and even I don't have the clearance to access those records.
No wonder. So, that guy was practically IPC personnel, give or take. That also explains why the technology department shelled out the compensation. Yet, the method behind this latest killing is identical to the one from years ago. If the Herald of Death is truly dead...
A serial killer coming back from the dead is the least of our worries. Even if a serial killer does come back to life, he's still just a serial killer who's been shut out of the Ionic game. What's more concerning is this. Someone wants to exploit the legacy of the Herald of Death. Miss Yabali took away everything that man left behind, except for the fear he instilled in the people of this world. And during the Phantasmoon Games, not only can miracles trigger wish power, but fear too. Based on my extrapolations, the appearance of this new Herald of Death might mark the beginning of the festival spiraling out of control.
No wonder you're in such a hurry to end the games.
Mr. Ashveil, I've always respected you. But right now, I need to rely on your strength even more.
Respect. When I was younger, what I really wanted was to make the IPC feel, Madam Pearl. But I will require one more form of compensation. Whoever this new Herald of Death is,
Él quiere castigarlos,
I
entiende.
must deliver justice with my own hands. This time, there won't be any lengthy interrogation.
By the authority vested in me as CEO of Planarcadia, I pardon all crimes committed in the course of your revenge. Go ahead and do what you must, Mr. Ashveil.
Vale.
My friend, I don't blame you, but I'm done being a breathing dead weight. So do me a favor and pay me back for that drink with this bullet.
Just do it, you coward! Let me die as a Galaxy Ranger before I turn into a monster of abundance.
Vaya tela.
Shoot me. I beg you.
My sky go above. May you...
Not
Maya.
knowing who you are, not knowing why you exist here.
Momento spoiler de Ashveil, ¿eh?
In ancient times, humanity's daily goal was to obtain 2,000
me está gustando
calories of
muchísimo,
food.
creo que han conseguido lo que os digo. Ha
Humans
empezado yo
back
creo que
then
muy
knew they
lento.
were
Lo de
just
Jimeco, de
one
verdad, el
member of the
primer
animal
directo lo
kingdom.
dije, o sea, se me está haciendo,
They understood
como digo,
why
tío,
they
cuesta arriba,
migrated,
después de lo bien que nos hemos pasado al
hunted,
llegar aquí y tal.
gathered.
Era como mucho texto para una cosa que, una situación de 40 minutos que se sumaba en 5 o 10, ¿vale? O sea, pero desde ahí, lo de los mechas, lo que están diciendo ahora sí que es la conversación que interesa, porque estamos viendo el paso de Ashveil, estamos viendo lo que está pasando con el conflicto y nos estamos enterando y poniendo la situación de la que se va a liar aquí, porque es lo que os digo, esto va a ser bestia lo del juego Fabulona, ¿eh?
What's wrong with getting food with just the tap of your finger? Don't tell me you want to go back to the days when everyone was
Buah, esto va a estar brutal.
starving and at the mercy of the harvest. 2,000 calories are pointless, but just for survival. It's the goals beyond 2,000 calories that define humanity. And the Phantom Moon Games holds up a mirror to humanity, allowing them to see their truest selves. I'm just a detective. Ask me such a profound question again next time, and I'll charge extra.
My apologies. I just heard you joined the Phantom Moon Games and couldn't resist asking for your thoughts. You've met Madame Pearl, huh?
She dumped this hot potato of the Herald of Death on me.
On us. Judging by your expression, it seems less like a hot potato and more like a sweet fruit.
Madre mía.
Because I have a lead now. I think the key lies in the word copycat. To prevent copycats, you kept the Herald of Death's modus operandi from 15 years ago under wraps, which means...
There's only a few people who could reproduce this killing method with such precision. The investigators from the Security Bureau and the Department of Aberration Defense at the time, and those directly involved in the Herald of Death case.
Detective Kuchiba, I've heard that you've devoted considerable time to researching the crimes from the Phantom Moon Games.
So, I'm the prime suspect now. Is that it?
Just a bit of minor deduction. After all, murderers always love to return to the scene of the crime. Isn't it coincidental that you happen to be standing right before my eyes?
That's not deduction. It's a conjecture at best.
¿Sí?
As for investigating those two categories of suspects, it's been 15 years. The relevant people and the victims' families have all gone their separate ways. Tracking them down now won't be easy.
Yeah. After losing their loved ones in such a cruel way, their hearts were shattered. Many couldn't bear to stay in Dovebrook District and chose to move away. I remember seeing that in the case files you sent me. They even formed a mutual aid society for the victims.
I wonder, after all these years, have they managed to heal the wounds in their hearts?
Maybe they have. After all, they go by a new name now. The Research Society of Happy Smiles.
Ah, you mean that charity with the slogan, Healing Smiles, Healing Arcadias?
Before he died, Kostad mentioned that group to me. He said quite a few young people in the gang left without looking back, just to join them. So I thought, maybe we should start by looking into their rivals.
The Research Society of Happy Smiles, huh?
A charity that helps people escape their pain and find happiness, offering free counseling, medical care, all of that good stuff.
Vaya
Sounds
tela.
like they've turned over a new leaf. How could you call them rivals to the underworld?
I dug a little deeper into them and found something interesting.
You mean your monkey dug up something interesting, right?
Okay. Mr. N dug up something interesting. Have you heard the name of the sponsor behind the Research Society? Her name's Full Wish.
That name rings a bell. Wait, isn't she the boss of Full Wish TV? I think she was one of the survivors of Graphia Academy too. This is getting a little too coincidental. Just like every case you've accidentally cracked before. Mr. Ashveil, should I compliment your keen instincts or your incredible luck?
Luck's a part of a detective's toolkit, too. Anyway, whether Full Wish is guilty or not, we won't know until we look into her. That's why I asked you here.
Vale. Esto es el distrito Palmaguas, ¿no? Buen deseo. Vale. Es lo que creo que estáis poniendo. Creo que al final hay tanto que hacer que es una locura. ¿Cuánto creo que va a durar el...? No sé. Es que llevaremos como 2 horas y media realmente porque he estado haciendo cosas fuera de lo que es la historia. Pero...
So what are we waiting for? It's time to drag Dovebrook District's old skeletons out into the light.
Are you talking?
Vale.
Yeah, I'm almost there.
I want more happiness.
Ahora nos toca llevar a Ashveil, gente. Vale, ahora podemos invitarlo, así que vamos a traerlo al equipo. Vamos a quitarle el prota. Y aquí está, Ashveil de la cacería. Ok, a ver. Esto me va a molar. Está muy animado.
Are they all here waiting for Full Wish to grant their wishes?
A rich person like Full Wish can make most people's wildest dreams come true with the snap of her fingers. Unless...
If money could really accomplish everything, the IPC wouldn't be eyeing this world. Might erasing history. Can the laughter really pull it off?
Buena pregunta.
In past victory records, there have been countless and often bizarre instances where the victor used the elation's authority to change reality. You have to understand, the Phantasmoon Games isn't just some wish-granting lamp. What makes it irresistible is that it turns the one who wishes into the genie.
That's quite alluring. Have you heard about the noblest worm Aha made godlike? It became the happiest creature in existence. Happy enough to burst apart, leaving no intact body behind.
Your knowledge of these unofficial records is enough to rival ours. Since you see things so clearly, Mr. Ashveil, why sign up for the games?
Miss Kuchiba, is that a rhetorical question? Or are you fishing for a confession?
Fishing? Don't be afraid. Now that you're a supplicant, public officials like me no longer have any authority over you. I'm guessing what you want goes beyond a straightforward act of revenge, beyond a vigilante execution carried out in public. If you were only out to avenge friends, with or without the Phantasmoon Games, someone like you would toss laws and decorum aside and do what needs to be done.
Vaya tela.
So tell me, Mr. Ashveil, what do you actually hope to get from the games?
Consider it a mystery. If I make it to the end, you'll know the answer before Aha does.
Vaya, vaya. ¿Cómo la ha soltado, eh?
Well then, I'd be honored. Just don't let your wish ruin our lives here.
Daily life here fits like a tailored prison uniform. Wear it too long and you forget what your bones should feel like. Ugh. It's time to break free. Look at these prisoners of routine before us. Full Wish hasn't shown up yet. Let's talk with the members of the Research Society. Maybe we can coax something useful out of them.
Vale, entiendo que ahora tenemos que escuchar de qué está hablando aquí la gente, así que vamos a intentar comunicarnos.
I got called into another chat with the boss today. Never thought he'd care about me this much. Everyone is smiling at me. The office feels downright cheerful. These days, I go home, change my baby boy's diaper, help my daughter with her homework, prepare tomorrow's lunch. When Emma left me, she must have left the kids to me for my own happiness. When I look back, I realize I was someone who had it good, and I never understood how lucky I was.
Right? All thanks to Miss Fullwish.
Buen deseo. Yeah.
Yesterday, during my tumor removal, the anesthesia wore off halfway through. I squinted and watched the doctors pull all kinds of things out of my stomach. There was this lump still twitching when they cut it out. I used to be too weak to even get out of bed. But after the Society's treatment, I am almost ready to walk out of the hospital.
Isn't that amazing? Oh, I kind of want to see someone slice me open too.
Hey, did you two hear about the Sinwish Syndicate?
You've come to the right person. My neighbor got a visit from their debt collectors. You should have heard the racket. I saw the news too. Those parasites who ruined the peace, who kept people from being happy. Gone. Wiped clean. Oh, praise Aha. Wait, they extorted you too?
Something like that. Still owed their underboss tens of thousands of credits.
So your debt's wiped clean. Oh, must feel pretty great, huh?
Vale, pues vamos a venir por aquí a explorar. O sea, es lo que os digo, no creo que podamos hacer mucho más. Es lo que hay, gente. No nos lo están permitiendo.
How have you been?
Good. Since I joined the Research Society, I've made so many new friends. In the past, I struggled with mobility. A lot of Imaginae think factory-made types like me don't count as their own. And humans look at us and see soulless machines.
Vale.
If every sentient being has a home, then even the scrapyard is closed to me. I'm not even considered recyclable waste. But here, in the society, no one cares what I am or what I can do.
Congrats! You found your home.
Aha said the same.
Aha talks to you.
Ojo.
Of course! You mean you can't hear them? Guess you're not happy enough yet.
Don't worry. Once you join
La Sociedad de Investigación, ojo.
You will. No pain, no tears, just pure joy.
Se va a liar, gente, se va a liar. A ver.
Looks like it's about time.
Ya era casi la hora. Si la protagonista no sale hasta pronto, el público se pondrá nervioso.
Everyone, please make some room for Miss Fullwish.
Y este es buen deseo, entiendo, vale.
By the Master of Elation, may they bless all souls and grant them smiles. Are you all happy today?
Very happy!
Vaya tela.
Thank you for your smiles. They're like lamps in the dark. So precious. But before we celebrate the elation, let me share a memory drenched in tears. It once dragged me into the abyss, as you all know.
La
15
sombra.
years ago, during the Phantasmoon Games, the shadow cast by the Herald of Death swallowed this place whole. That day, I lost my parents, my classmates, and the others.
Vale.
The morning greetings, the little daily chatter, all went silent under that crimson dusk. After that, for a very, very long time, all that remained of my world, a door shut tight, a room steeped in silence, and a wound in my heart that would never heal. Just hearing the words, Herald of Death, made me shake uncontrollably. I even once thought the only escape
Vaya tela.
was to follow the dead. Back then, I was just an empty shell.
Esto es que es lo que os digo, aquí va a haber mucha tralla, pero esto por ejemplo sí que, ¿ves? Nos está gustando, es diferente, pero por lo que decíamos antes. Sí que tiene que ver con los juegos Fabuluna, estamos viendo el pasado, nos están ahí dejando ver un poco eso, y la parte de detective esta de Ashveil va a ser brutal, seguro.
She didn't offer empty words of comfort. She just looked me in the eyes and asked, "Child, would you try stepping outside this door? Out there are many people broken by pain, just like you. But together, we can start picking up the pieces, one by one." She smiled at me. A warm, gentle smile. And in that smile, I felt the Master of Elation grant me a reason to live. At the Mutual Aid Society, I saw countless souls scarred by fate. Some bore wounds beyond healing, and some had lost their loved ones. Each of us bore a different wound, and yet, what truly moved me wasn't the pain.
Oh.
It was how, beneath those scars, they still reached out to one another, offering a smile to a child who'd stopped crying, lending a guiding hand to someone lost.
Es que no me está dando tiempo. De la isla no tengo nada más listo. Tengo que hacer un directo. Probablemente lo haremos del 2K25 hablamos, ¿eh? Probablemente lo haga este finde si todo sale bien. En algún momento a lo mejor, y lo que os digo, el plan sería intentar en el siguiente directo del 2K25 acabar todo lo que es la isla. Ya saco un vídeo 2. No todo entera la isla, sino de todo el primer capítulo a lo mejor. Y así pues ya me lo quitaré. No creo que me quede mucho, pero es que es lo que digo, llevo tiempo y se nota, o sea, se nota.
It does not belong only in the small room of a support group. It yearns to illuminate hearts lost each time we share a true smile. It's as if we
Hombre, son 5 capítulos. Y llevamos 3 horas y media. Vamos por el capítulo 1, ¿eh? Yo no digo nada.
And everyone knows what true happiness feels like. That's why the Research Society of Happy Smiles was founded.
Pero es que tampoco hemos avanzado nada. O sea, me refiero, llegas a la isla, te dan lo que sería el primer objetivo grande, que a ver, que sí, que tenemos que sorprender a Roman Reigns, hasta ahí creo que llegamos todos. Pero realmente Si lo analizáis, después de eso que hemos hecho. Ahí lo tenéis. Pensadlo. No estoy de coña, o sea, pensadlo, analizado así. No hemos hecho nada después de eso, o sea, estamos... En principio habrá que hacer la competición esa de la que nos están hablando, pero es que no lo he hecho. Entonces ahí está el tema, es como... ¿qué vamos a hacer aquí? ¿Sabes? Yo tengo esa duda. Creo que es una duda comprensible el tenerla. Por lo que os digo, es por lo que ha pasado, no por otra cosa.
Miss Bellwoods, you left school full of dreams, only to have your resume rejected again and again. You told your parents you were busy in Seafeld City, hiding your heartbreaking loneliness. Please, help me. And Taija did the cold exclusion at school and the indifference of the adults who should have cared. Build a wall around your heart. One that made you afraid to open yourself up to the world again.
Yes.
When we were born, no one had to teach us how to smile. But who would have thought that one day, even smiling would become so hard? Once, our world was blessed by Aha's grace. A gentle, whirlwind canvas, painted in elation for centuries. Until the Interastral Peace Corporation.
Bueno, está echando aquí un hate a la corporación, que no es normal, pero es entendible. O sea, lo entendemos, gente, lo entendemos.
Interastral civilization imposed their so-called standards of happiness and told us that life's ultimate joy lies in self-focus, self-indulgence, and self-satisfaction. They flooded us with dazzling material desires, blinding our hearts. They fed arrogance and prejudice into our minds through the network, making us chase pleasure for ourselves.
Vale.
And forget that true elation is found when we smile together. Wish power has turned into fuel. Credits jingle where heartfelt laughter used to ring. We drown in anxiety, competition, and an endless sense of not being enough. And in all that noise, we can no longer hear Aha's gentle voice. Elation, the truest light of life itself, is being eaten away and replaced by the external.
You said it. I work myself to death for scraps, and my boss doesn't even notice. And those useless loudmouths online. They do nothing with their lives, yet constantly judge everyone else.
The IPC is nothing but a nest of vampires. They're feeding off of us.
Madre mía, está volviendo a toda la gente en contra de estos, Esto es muy sectario, tío.
Look around you. This land was once blessed by the master of elation. And yet now, it's overflowing with misery. Everyone's chasing their own happiness, but in doing so, they wound others without even noticing. Do you remember the moment I found happiness again? It was when someone who was suffering just as I was. Even through their pain, they gave me that smile. A smile filled with blessings. That smile saved my life. So listen well. Only by opening your heart and sharing your smile with another can you truly grasp what happiness means.
Join the Research Society of Happy Smiles. Our mission
Esta me parece la típica que... No voy a hablar el nombre de lo que me parece esto, pero es lo que estáis diciendo en el chat. No, vende humo, o sea, dejémoslo en vende humo.
Others pray to the eons for their own desires. We, the true followers of Aha, carry a higher calling to fulfill their wish.
To fulfill Aha's wish?
Yes, to still every cry of sorrow, to wipe away every bitter tear. The speech is over.
Estudio.
What's your take, detective?
Vamos a sondearla.
Miss Fullwish, I'm Kuchiba from the Department of Aberration Defense. I'd like to have a chat with you. Ah, I see. You're here about the Sinwish Syndicate case, aren't you?
¿Cómo lo sabe, no?
So you were expecting us.
Oh, I heard the news. The entire Sinwish Syndicate massacred in Dovebrook District. Such a cursed place.
Vale.
They may not have been saints, but I still
Es raro, que diga eso.
May their souls rest in peace.
Y yo estoy pensando igual que vosotros, os lo digo de verdad. O sea, creo que aquí se puede liar mucho. Y creo que hay muchas cosas que no estamos entendiendo y que nos van a ir explicando ahora, igual que lo de esto. O sea,
Rumor has it the Research Society of Happy Smiles had a few run-ins with them regarding recruitment, donations, turf. Sounds like plenty of reasons for conflict, don't you think?
Are you suggesting we had the Sinwish Syndicate killed? For conflicted interests?
Whoa, wait, that's not what I said.
You know nothing about our finances. Every expense is covered by a charitable foundation established with the compensation from 15 years ago. We don't need a single cent from our members. When I heard about this tragedy, I personally allocated relief money for the victims' families to keep order and peace in Dovebrook. Tell me, Miss Kuchiba, someone copied the Herald of Death and slaughtered dozens. What will your Department of Aberration Defense do this time?
No me fastidie, gente, o sea, sabe algo seguro. O sea, no sueltas eso, no sé, me parece súper sospechoso, vamos.
How do you know someone's
¿No?
imitating the Herald of Death?
¿Qué ha hecho?
Isn't that what you've been waiting for? For the killer to slip up so you can swoop in and tie everything up nicely? 15 years have passed. You don't seriously believe we're still living in an age where information can be sealed off at will, do you? From the very day the murders occurred, the news has long since spread online. The Sinwish Syndicate paid a fortune for some ancient mask, and the next thing you know, they're all dead. The scene painted red with traces of the bloody bloom. Please pay no attention to baseless rumors. Rumors? And yet you're here. That alone proves one thing. Otherwise, why do you suspect
Ahí
me?
les ha pegado una pillada buena.
Only someone who knows the original case could recreate it so perfectly, right? Everyone! You heard our conversation, didn't you? The Herald of Death has returned. He's here, in Dovebrook. He's slain the entire Sinwish Syndicate. He's back to relive the carnage of the Phantom Moon Games.
Oh, the Herald of Death? Didn't the officials declare him executed? How has he appeared again?
He's immortal? A demon? He's back for revenge. He'll take revenge on everyone. We're doomed.
Aren't
gang members the very people who steal smiles from others? And isn't the best
Se va a liar.
make bad people happy?
Es lo que está diciendo, se va a liar muy parda, ¿eh?
From the world?
Yeah, Sister Mechatron is right. Those
Back from the dead? Lies! The IPC kept him alive to wield him as their weapon. You useless officials! 15 years ago, you failed and let him get away! And that's why he's back again now!
Everyone, there's no need to panic. Remember who you are. You are those who live beneath Aha's brilliance, who have claimed happiness and cast off the shackles of suffering. Once the herald of death fed on our fear and tears, that was the source of his power. Look at the smiles on the faces of those around you. The Research Society of Happy Smiles will protect this world. Etch this into your hearts. The happy do not die.
What's going on? There's something very wrong about this woman.
Yes, as long as we're happy enough, there's nothing to fear. We won't die.
¿Qué?
Happiness is our weapon. Happiness will save this world.
¿Qué está pasando? Son como zombies, pero de felicidad, chaval. ¡Ojo, Kuchija! Kuchiba ha dicho, Tiene poderes mentales, creo, ¿no?
My apologies, officers. I can't provide anything useful for now, but rest assured, I'll cooperate with any investigation from the Department of Aberration Defense, or whether it's the newly emerged Herald of Death, or the various upheavals surrounding the
Esta tía,
Fantasy
cuidado,
Games.
es lo que estáis poniendo y me da que sí, ahí que no vamos muy lejos.
Smiles will handle them appropriately. Or perhaps, after all this, you too have felt that yearning within your hearts. Would you like to join us? To embrace eternal happiness?
I'll pass. But I've got a feeling we'll meet again.
Vale. Algo ha visto ahí, ¿Qué ha dicho?
Miss Fullwish, thank you for your cooperation. Hopefully, next time we meet, it won't be like this.
Vaya tela. Se palpa la tensión,
Of elation watch over all and bless you with the everlasting smile.
Pues nada, aquí están pasando cosas chungas, lo estamos viendo con la perspectiva de Ashveil. Y Ashveil y Kuchiba se marcharon de la reunión. Suelta la sombra de tus brazos y abandona ese falso sentido de la responsabilidad. Qué guapa esta ilustración, chaval. Mola mucho, No sé si se me-
Let the gears grind to Sorry.
Ese día llegará. Pero ahora hay cosas más importantes, chavales.
What did you say?
Nothing. Never mind. Looks like Fullwish is a much slyer fish than expected. The bait was there. But she ignored it. And instead, she stirred up a whirlpool.
Quite the opposite, actually. Not only did she take our bait, but she also flat out told us she couldn't care less about the hook.
Huh? Was there something I missed?
the bloody bloom mark from the Sinwish Syndicate massacre. How did she know that detail? When we specifically obfuscated it with special mark, even in our internal reports. She broadcasted this information word for word, and even used it to stir up public sentiment, scattering it across the place like tossing blood-soaked feed into a fish pond. Now stopping the rumors from spreading will be even harder.
Well, maybe she has her connections, or maybe she made a lucky guess as one of the victims. Regardless, she's right about one thing. Trying to stop something from spreading today sure is a lot more difficult than 15 years ago.
So, Mr. Ashveil, did your lucky radar start blaring when it came to Full Wish?
There is something very wrong about that woman. You saw the way she played the crowd, huh? I guarantee you that it had nothing to do with her public speaking skills. She could very well be a supplicant in disguise. Still, this whole run has been smooth to an unbelievable degree. We got our bearings in no time at all. So, let's keep our prized fish in the pond for now. Full Wish is not going anywhere.
You're right. It's too risky to make a direct move against a well-respected philanthropist and media tycoon.
There were people from all walks of life at the gathering just now. Workers, suits, students, the elderly, and even mechatrons. Judging by their crazed enthusiasm, I highly doubt they'd be willing to testify against Full Wish. But I have my ways.
Mr. Ashveil, coercive interrogation is strictly against the rules. Please refrain from doing it somewhere I can't...
Don't get the wrong idea. I meant an old friend that I spotted at the gathering. By the way, ever watch Daybreak Squadron? It's on Sunday nights at 8.
I thought you weren't a TV person.
Not me. Mr. N. He watches it.
Your monkey is quite the child at heart.
Anyway, come on. Let's go get an autograph from our heroic film star.
Vale, esto... Entiendo que ahora hay que encontrar ese año especial que vamos a ser nosotros, digo yo, ¿no? A ver.
Is that
pues
him?
No. Mira, se va.
Shh.
What? You lost him?
Not even...
Hey, why are you two following me?
Oh, we're just two grown-up fans of the Daybreak Squadron, trying to get an autograph from Big Brother Magnus.
Mr. Ashveil? Don't prank me like that. You
really? Cinderborn, the peacekeeper of our city, vanquisher of evil fiends, is scared of his own fans? Long time no see, Magnus.
You're not here for autographs, are you? I saw you two at the gathering. I don't understand. Why are you investigating Miss Full Wish? She's been nothing but a kind, lawful person who spreads happiness to others.
You heard about what happened with Sinwish Syndicate, I assume.
Está presionando a lo tonto.
Was Miss Full Wish telling the truth?
The perpetrator left the same signature as the Herald of Death did 15 years ago.
Vaya.
Did that monster really kill Mr. Polwave and Costide? 15 years and he's back? This demon? How many more lives must he take?
Mr. Magnus, you're one of the survivors of the incident, right?
Yes. That monster took my parents that day. But what's the Sinwish Syndicate case got to do with Miss Full Wish?
Because that Herald of Death was executed 15 years ago. That's for certain. The Sinwish Syndicate case, on the other hand, has copycat written all over it. And Full Wish is a suspect.
So, just because we're survivors, we automatically become suspects? Are you gonna interrogate me too?
If that's what you want, Miss Kuchiba can arrange for it later. For now, I just want to ask you a few questions about the Smiles Society.
It doesn't matter if you have a few or 100 questions. I have nothing to say to you. 15 years ago, I was left all alone in this world. The so-called relatives closed in like a pack of hyenas, their eyes fixed solely on the compensation smeared with my parents' blood. Abuse, deception, expulsion. To them, I was nothing more than a walking money bag, an eyesore, a jinx. It was the society that gave me the chance to live the life I have now.
What about the Sinwish Syndicate then? If I recall correctly, they took care of you once. Old Polwave helped you deal with those relatives.
Listen, Mr. Ashveil, the debt I owe the Sinwish Syndicate will be paid. I will avenge them as a member of the Smile Society, as well as the Daybreak Squadron. I'll rip the Herald of Death out.
You're in over your head.
Le ha cortado rápido, pero es que tiene que cortarlo, o sea, se le está yendo la olla.
El
nuevo anuncio de muertes es muy peligroso. No creo que un grupo de actores como ustedes pueda hacerle nada.
You think we're just a couple of kids playing superheroes with masks, right? Well, you're wrong. My squad mates and I aren't the easy pushovers we used to be, Mr. Ashveil. I haven't had my transformation surgery yet, but I can already power a Mechatron warrior in battle. We are real heroes here.
Boys, let's stay on topic, shall we? I just wanted to have a few words about the society.
I have nothing to say to you either, Miss Kuchiba. Neither of you are getting a word out of me on this.
Well done, Magnus. Your loyalty to the Smile Society warms our hearts.
You're following me?
Not by choice. These IPC dogs made it clear that they intend to frame Miss Foolish. Oh, we're not going to just let this slide.
Would you look at that? The hunters become the hunted.
What does it matter? If someone's looking for a beating, we'll gladly give it to them.
You have 5 minutes for questioning. So make it count, Mr. Ashveil. They're all yours.
Never expected my first miracle as a supplicant to be teaching thugs. Let's get this over with then. And if you want to join them too, Magnus, be my guest.
Se viene el combate, ¿no? Entiendo. Vamos allá.
Fair warning.
Robotito.
Practice. If you get hurt, that's your problem.
Your fists don't hurt at all.
Ojo, meten bastante, ¿eh?
Mr. Ashveil, stop.
¡Oh!
Riddle with holes.
Another journey begins.
Qué risas, ¿no? Vale.
On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering soul.
Sins must be paid. Eye for eye.
Unworthy of my time.
Oh.
Need a doctor?
Eye for an eye.
Vamos allá, Ashveil. Curamos. Tiene muy poca vida aquí el Ashveil, o sea, poca broma.
I weep for the departed.
¡Acherón! Corta todo esto.
It too shall fall.
Boom.
That's half the work.
Tedious.
Vamos al lío, soltamos todo el poder de Jingliu. Aumenta la probabilidad de crítico y vamos a por el robotito que vamos a decirle adiós, gente. Vamos a soltar todo, va. Al lío. Boom. Y adiós.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ashveil. I have to stop you.
Lo hemos perdido con... ¡Curamos!
The bringer of justice.
Ojo, aquí está nuestro amigo el pana. Vamos a hacer que se vuelva contra los suyos, ¿no?
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
Ahí está. Vale.
Free will or will
I offer my blood to
Beasts!
Slaughter each
Tú.
other. Fight to the death.
Prepárate.
on the still waters of oblivion.
Eye for an eye.
Madre mía, Ashveil, chaval.
I weep for the departed.
Está bastante guay el personaje. O sea, ya os digo, nos lo hacen probar en un combate encima que mola bastante. Tenemos aquí de boss. Y bueno, está siendo brutal. ¡Ojo! Vale.
Nowhere to run.
Jiggly, a por los mechas. Por mí otra vez. Vale. Han aguantado, ¿eh? Se viene el golpe. Y fuera. Fin de la batalla. Vaya tela.
It hurts a little.
Todos tumbados en el suelo, chaval.
Happy.
There's something seriously wrong with you all.
Enough! Are you...
What's the matter, defender of the city? Are you scared?
Madre mía.
This is the real Phantasmoon Games, Magnus. This is the bloody truth under the mask of the Elations game. 15 years ago, at dusk in this city, the Herald of Death tore people apart, one by one. Did he ever stop to ask even once, is it enough? I know you want to make something out of yourself, like the trailblazer of the Astral Express, and I know you want to catch the new Herald of Death and crush him like a bug, using the same methods he used against the Sinwish Syndicate. But here's the deal. It's not your duty. And the Eonic game sure isn't a TV show where you get to play the hero and save the day. You mentioned a conversion surgery earlier. Are you saying that all Society members underwent some kind of unknown modification? That figures. I was wondering why these people looked like they felt no pain at all. Humming along merrily even as they bled. Nothing to say?
Vale.
Fine by me. 3 minutes left. That's long enough for me to question them. Time to hurry and get some answers from these people while they're still on the ground. Hey, lackey.
Pain should not exist.
Vale.
Smile.
En fin.
The laughter. Don't let it.
¿Eh? Otra vez.
Those who suffer shouldn't exist.
What the heck happened to these people?
This is... the small procedure that official members
Cirugía de la
They call
felicidad.
it the happiness surgery.
What?
With a prick of the needle, no more than a mosquito's bite. The doctor puts this small thing inside your eyelids.
Eso es una lobotomía, ¿no?
Smaller than a synesthesia beacon. And more convenient. People who have had the surgery say that it soothes all your pain. And even your body becomes stronger. And your mind clearer and more focused.
Madre mía,
A
chaval.
state where you can truly receive happiness.
No voy a decir mi opinión de esto.
You haven't had this happiness surgery yet, right?
I'm not ready yet. I've been thinking it over.
Pues menos mal que no lo ha hecho, gente. No
But the
digo
rest of the
más.
squadron had it, and they've all
Vaya
become
tela.
happier.
Ya.
They say it's the necessary step to Becoming a true superhero that safeguards everyone else's happiness. Mr. Ashveil.
¿No hacer esas tonterías?
What should I do?
Tener personalidad, llámame loco.
The surgery won't make you stronger, nor will it help you get your revenge. These guys on the floor are proof enough. Remember the hesitation and fear you feel in this moment, Magnus.
Vaya tela.
If people simply erase their perception of fear and pain instead of overcoming them, then those people will never find true strength. Go now. I have some cleaning up to do.
Locura. Locura, gente, mi gente, locura. Kuchiba se está liando parda, o sea...
So, did you, pry the answers you were looking for out of
No.
These people...
Todo esto han sido procesados.
Heck. Who knows what method they used. It completely neutralized their ability to feel suffering and despair and gave them bodies like steel, incapable of feeling pain. Say, is this the kind of treatment that the Medical Ethics Committee would approve?
As if. I doubt they even bothered to submit an application.
Vale.
Which means Full Wish has far more dirty laundry than we initially expected. The idea was to find the Herald of Death with the leads we had. But here we are, going deeper down an increasingly scarier rabbit hole.
Judging by their voices, these followers don't seem to have any ill intentions. In fact, they sound a lot more humane than most humans. If all this has nothing to do with the Herald of Death, then it matters little to our investigation. After all, how they pursue happiness is their own choice. Wouldn't you agree?
Are you serious, Kuchiba?
It's only human instinct to avoid pain, right? Such avoidance doesn't go against the laws of nature, nor does it legally constitute a crime when the party involved was a voluntary participant.
Not a crime. Well, my instinct right now is telling me that this definitely has something to do with the Herald of Death.
Unfortunately, Mr. Ashveil, we need evidence to solve a case.
I'm here to follow my senses and dig up whatever's at the bottom of this. As for evidence, that's your headache. Besides, I don't think we need to turn over every stone to figure it out. If the new Herald of Death and Full Wish are connected, we'll be seeing another move soon enough. If I were her, I'd choose the brightest stage possible so this weapon could spread maximum panic.
You mean the Star Rail Fest? Madame Pearl promised that top-level security would be deployed during the fest, as well as a contingency plan.
And you are staring right at him.
Vaya. Bueno. Un momentazo, hay que decirlo. ¿Dan HENG?
According to Sunday, the crow should lead me to Blade's whereabouts. Since it stopped here, that means...
Vale, aquí está Blade.
I wasn't
Ojo.
even looking for you. Yet here you are, throwing yourself into the fray. Consider me surprised.
We haven't even settled
Ojito.
the score over the mask you stole from the Sinwish Syndicate. And now you're skulking around and following us? What's your deal?
Es Dan HENG, bro.
You, or should I say, all of you want?
General Yao Guang of Yuchue has come to this world and is looking for you. Dragons clash in the wilderness, their ichor dark and yellow. In her divination, you will become a slave to your own violence, bringing a catastrophic end to all. I am in that future as well. The only violence within you that comes to my mind is Shuhu. The emanator of abundance who resurrected time and time again. The monster who turned planets into living beings and merged billions of people into flesh spheres.
Vaya tela.
The Xianzhou fears that he is using your body to resurrect himself.
Bueno. ¿Cómo ha cambiado en un momento esto,
So, what's your plan? Kill me again.
Oh my. Things are getting a little heated. Should I get you both slushies?
Thank you.
I'll pass.
While General Yao Guang's divination may foretell a
gente.
death battle between us, that doesn't necessarily mean it's the only interpretation.
No esperaba
My
esto,
experiences on the Express have shown me time and time again that even fates set in stone aren't entirely immovable. I have no intention of getting into a quarrel with you, but I need to make sure that the presence of the Stellaron hunters won't endanger my companions or the future of this planet.
Madre mía.
Thus, I must know your purpose here, Blade. What has Destiny's Slave written in your script?
He stated this trip would be connected to death.
Should I congratulate you?
Vaya tela.
Much obliged. In my experience, it's best not to get your hopes up too soon. Prophecies rarely unfold the way you expect. However, the General's divination isn't entirely baseless. Ever since my arrival here, I have been feeling restless.
Vale.
There's another power here beckoning me.
Is there another form of abundance in the world besides you?
Perhaps there is more than one.
Vaya tela.
Are you referring to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus? Or the Elixir Seekers?
Something far more dangerous.
Do they have support from other factions?
Unclear.
Vaya tela.
As such, I'll keep an eye on you until everything settles. Just like you did in the past. That's as far as I'll go.
Vale. Blade basado. Ya está. Vale, tíos. ¿Qué hacéis?
Did you two just agree to some weird collaboration before me?
Sí.
I'll leave that matter in your hands, Silver Wolf.
I don't get it.
No lo entiendo.
That good-for-nothing detective didn't even blink an eye before selling us out to Pearl. And you still plan on working with him?
There are things only he can get done.
Hey, you two! Why the long faces? On land blessed by the Master of Elation, frowning is bad manners.
Come on, smile! Whether you're hungry or full, poor or rich, the laughter is with you. Would you be interested in learning about our Research Society of Happy Smiles?
Thank you, but I'll pass. Another one. How many people have been talking to us about happiness today?
Well,
Un montón.
6,
6, ni más ni menos.
exactly.
Esta la he contado.
Locals say ever since the Sinwish Syndicate case, this Research Society of Happy Smiles has exploded in size.
That gang's fall left a power vacuum, and the Research Society of Happy Smiles filled it like a fast-growing fungus. Even those who were once resistant or indifferent got swept up in it.
I think I'm starting to get a better picture now. Is this, by any chance, tied to what you're preparing to do in the Phantasmoon games?
Not only me. It might also be tied to the ominous fate General Yao Guang warned about. The one looming over this world. A few days ago, when I used the tuning power to help her intervene at Sparksicon, I caught a strange sound echoing in people's minds.
A strange sound?
Yes. Cheerful, happy laughter echoing in their heads. Oh, without those gangsters, this street's much cleaner now.
The so-called voice of Aha those society recruiters claim to hear? Could the Joy Seeker truly be so passionate about universal redemption?
Whatever that is, it's not Aha's laughter. From the moment I set foot on this street, I've been using my tuning ability to sense the residents' minds. Miss Tingyun, allow me to correct you. Those connected to the Research Society of Happy Smiles number not 6, but 42. Each of them carries the same sound. Identical laughter, looping endlessly like a broken record.
Mind control? Or something worse?
Are you trying to say that this is tied to the harmony?
My apologies. I dare not make such wild assumptions.
No, this isn't the work of any tuner. It feels like a barrier, born from the human mind itself, to numb the unbearable pain it cannot endure. Like a worn-out tape recorder hidden deep in the subconscious.
Vaya tela, chavales.
Whose divine handiwork is this supposed to be now?
Wherever this laughter comes from, causing so many people to self-deceive in perfect unison while enduring pain is well beyond the capabilities of a mere charitable group. Beneath these calm waters, the undercurrents are far more turbulent than anyone imagines.
Vale.
The bad news just keeps coming. Dan Heng's gone off.
The bird I entrusted to General Yao Guang has seemingly gone silent. I can't share its vision anymore. I can't even feel her thoughts through it. But I know it hasn't faded. That means she's still in this world somewhere.
Vale. Tiene sentido lo
Let's
que
pray
está
she
diciendo, ¿no?
returns soon, with some news to pierce through all this fog. Otherwise, this Arcadia built on happiness will crumble fast and fall into the abyss.
A ver qué pasa aquí. Ojo, ojo, parece que por fin volvemos con el prota. Así que, tiempo después, Marzo y tú fueron a visitar a la autora de Pelosete.
Blurry QR code.
Es un nombre muy raro.
Why would the author of Fluffy Across the Blue have such a pen name?
Porque le gustan los deportes ecuestres. Yo qué sé.
Really? A pen name often says a lot about its creator. Someone who can draw something that cute must have a warm, gentle heart. I heard the Fluffy's been running for half a year in a magazine. At first, it wasn't very popular in Planarcadia.
Vaya tela.
But after that memory bubble movie, A Holy Grail Stay Night, Old Odie produced, became a massive hit. The Astral Express's adventure stories spread far and wide, and the Fluffy started gaining popularity. Now the latest chapter, The Sacred Flames Return, Amphorius's creation, is sold out everywhere.
Vale, eso es bueno, ¿no?
This cult sure knows a lot about our journey. Must be a galactic fan of the Express crew.
A lo mejor es una nueva villana.
Oh, come on. Whatever happened to trust? Oh, according to the address the Perlux employee gave us, it looks like we've arrived at a familiar place.
For such a small place, Delvebrook District is really full of hidden talents.
Turn left at the first intersection, then turn right, go straight for 200 meters. The Furbobo Weekly newspaper?
¿Cómo?
Oh,
¿Mi periódico?
don't tell me the author of the Fluffy is actually a Furbo. Come on, let's go.
Vamos. No puede ser.
The Fluffy goes puff, puff, puff. Tom's fur.
Vale, aquí tenemos la perspectiva cambiada y ahora toca Trotamundos tan sagrado como un serafín, ¿no? Lo que me estáis preguntando, lo primero de todo, vamos a recoger esto de aquí, es importante, segundo día de la actualización. Esto sigue a tope, ¿vale? O sea, esto seguimos aquí con todo lo que tenga que ver con Planarcadia. Pero la pregunta que me estáis haciendo creo que es importante porque es lo que os digo, entiendo que esto es que va mucho más allá, ¿no? A ver. Es que claro, esto queda, aquí lo estamos viendo, o sea, quedan cositas. Yo, sinceramente, viendo esto, creo que iremos por la mitad o así, o sea, sinceramente, me estáis preguntando, yo siempre os contesto mi opinión más sincera, y pienso que en este caso, sí, queda bastante por ver de todo esto, o sea, vamos a flipar. Vamos a ver si completamos por lo menos esta parte del descontrol de Alba, hay que levantar el vuelo y dejar ver quién eres, ¿no? Vamos a ver un poquito de qué va todo esto. Y a ver si averiguamos quién es. Momento.
Please come in. Let me guess. Your next line is...
Nihilux.
Why are you here?
¿Eres tú?
What's the problem? I'm the magazine's founder, its
Ahora lo
president,
entiendo,
and its
tío.
editor-in-chief.
Tenía razón, con lo que os he puesto del chat, ojo,
$1 million? President Nihilux has already been behind on behind on everyone's wages for months.
Por fin recordamos por qué a Nihilux siempre le resultaba vagamente familiar. El nombre del antiguo presidente del seminario Pachi, la jefe responsable que desapareció huyendo de sus deudas.
A boss who doesn't pay wages has no right to sit here. They belong in the underworld.
Idiots. Without me, you'd all have been locked up in some Department of Aberration Defense painting prison long ago. And you still have the gall to demand wages from your savior. Have you ever heard of the sensational serial thief case, Phantom Furbomorph? It happened in the year 1996 of the Arcadian calendar.
I'm sorry. I was wrong. Beep boop. Even if you've got dirt on us, making us work for free is way too ridiculous. We've
Vaya
had
tela.
enough. We've overthrown the boss. We've got a new president now.
Welcome, traveler. Furbo Hot Pot requires a reservation. Rumors are 10,000 credits apiece, and if you're looking to hire a hitman, just head right down the hall to the storeroom. Oh, or maybe.
Buena definición de Ashveil.
You came to meet the brilliant, charming, and universally adored blurry QR cult. Well then, truth be told, that part...
Sí, tenemos que cobrarle derechos de autor.
Who could it be?
Deja de fingir.
Once you rule out all the wrong answers, the only one
La única persona que sabe dibujar aquí es tú, Nihilux. Tú eres Cody Ecuestre.
Nihilux, your blurry QR cult.
You saw right through me. As a reward for seeing through my disguise, how about an autograph or a photo?
Vaya
Allow
locura.
me to reintroduce myself. I'm Nihilux. You can also call me by my pen name, Blurry QR Cult.
Aw, no wonder you were tagging along back at Perlux Tower, acting like you knew us so well. Wait. This blurry QR cult persona isn't a fake, is it?
Identity is just a mask and a body. Real or fake, it's all in how you see it.
Vaya tela, chaval.
At the very least, for now, there's no other blurry QR cult around who could show up at Star Rail Fest for a live signing and hype up the Astral Express, right?
So, you already know why we're here.
Just a little deduction, that's all. The news about Star Rail Fest is already everywhere online. Knowing how that perfectionist Madame Pearl operates, she's definitely pulling strings to make your collaboration a success. Naturally, having me step in was part of her plan.
If that's the case, will you...
That said, I'll have to respectfully decline. Not to brag, but Fluffy Across the Blue is ridiculously popular in this world. If tickets weren't limited, the line would wrap around the planet twice and a half. That's not a signing event, but a public execution, right?
Yeah, that does sound pretty horrifying.
Entonces, ¿cuándo sale el siguiente capítulo?
Could be tomorrow, could be next month, but definitely not today.
So tell me, Miss Nihilux, do you really have the right to refuse us? You've used the crew's likenesses and adventure experiences without permission. Surely you owe us some form of compensation.
Why are we talking about this all of a sudden?
Esto está siendo brutal, chaval. Ahora, en representación de toda la tripulación de Expreso Astral, te exijo una compensación por derechos de imagen, daños morales y lucro cesante por un total de... 1.600 millones de créditos.
How did you work that out?
Believe it or not, I don't have a single coin on me right now.
That's impossible. Just your royalties alone should have made you rich.
Due to, unknown circumstances, my luck with money hasn't been great. But I get what this is really about. You're not only after cash, are you? I'll show up at Star Rail Fest. Is that good enough for you?
Then it's settled.
Gracias,
Thank you, Colt.
That said, I also hope the two of you, as the original inspirations, will take some time to familiarize yourselves with Fluffy Across the Blue before attending the exhibition. So, time to attend Miss Nihilux's class. Please follow me.
Vale. Vaya tela la que se está liando. Vale. Come sueños completado, ¿no? ¿Y ahora qué? Vale, su clase ha empezado, gente. Prepárense.
Officially in session. If you have any questions, feel free to ask at any time.
Miss Colt, why did you pick the Astral Express as the theme for your comic?
Buena pregunta.
Well, I'm all about realism, but sadly, my previous works like Acheron's Godslay, Galaxy Ranger Saga, and dozens of others all got cancelled. If you hadn't beaten Iron Tomb and boosted its popularity, this one would have been cancelled too. Let's not ask sad questions, all right?
Sorry.
All right, pay attention. The cute little critter in the center of the image is Baseball Raccoon, the main character of Fluffy Across the Blue. Just recently, March Bunny and Woof Woof
Libre de Marzo y Wow Wow Dan lo encontraron en un cubo de basura, ¿vale?
At that moment, a terrifying monster is causing havoc on the space station. It tries to spit fire at Baseball Raccoon, but the—
Miss Cold, why is he the protagonist?
Readers today value immersion, and the character who has no memory of their past is, of course, the best choice.
I don't know anything about my past either, so why didn't you pick me?
Even though Little Raccoon joined the Express the latest, he's left behind so many stories across different worlds that there are even rumors in the Lafu's prison about him beating up alien life forms. With material this crazy, not making it the main
La verdad que si analizamos nuestra aventura, hemos hecho grandes cosas, ojo. Literal. Marzo, te cedo el protagonista por un día.
Stick to being the Baseball Raccoon, okay? I don't need special treatment.
March, the Fluffy is just a comic. Outside of this, the author and the readers, every character in this world, aren't we all the protagonists of our own lives?
That sounds so passionate, Miss Cold. I totally get it now.
Vale, bueno, suena pasional, suena bonito.
The unruly Baseball Raccoon, the quiet Woof Woof Dawn, and the lively March Bunny formed a trio everyone loves.
Actually, I have a question too.
¿Por qué todos son animalitos?
Ever since I got punched in the face by sales numbers, I've grasped a universal truth. In today's world, fluffy, cute animals aren't always a crowd pleaser.
Seriously? Even I feel like I can't compete with Pom Pom's cuteness.
Designing the adult versions took some work. After defeating the monster, Baseball Raccoon accepted an invitation from the other fluffy animals and boarded the Fluffy. Here, the protagonist meets 3 big animals with distinct personalities. First, the adorable and universally loved conductor, Pom Pom. Beside them is the elegant navigator, Miss Hime-Cat.
I know, that's Hime-Cat.
Himeko,
Original inspiration is Hime-Cat.
Efectivamente.
Oh, please don't
A ver,
tell her.
con los nombres tenemos que decirlos, no se le ha ocurrido mucho. ¡Genial!
And the big brown dog on the other side, see? His name will shock you. That's right, he's...
Mr. Yang!
¿El señor Yang?
Just Mr. Yang.
Your taste in naming is indeed extraordinary.
Anyway, the 6 fluffy little creatures boarded the Fluffy Express and
Vaya
set
tela,
off on their
chaval.
journey. As for the plot, it's pretty much the same as what you've all experienced, just with a bit of artistic tweaking to suit Planarcadia's audience.
¿Un poquito?
A tiny bit. In the comic world, which is even more cutthroat than the Phantasmoon games, if you don't cater to the reader's tastes, it's nearly impossible to survive. Once upon a time, great comic artists had the luxury of 100 chapters to build things up. Now, if you don't hook readers within 100 pages, you're done. Readers today are hard to please, and authors have to come up with ever more shocking and sensational material. Doesn't this remind you of the Phantasmoon games? Looks like you're all familiar with the characters from the Fluffy. Now, let me talk about some of the creative challenges I'm facing.
Vale. Explícanos esto, por favor.
So, what do you see on the Fluffy stands?
It's him turned into a cute little animal?
¿Un mapachito?
Yes, this is the character, and you're the inspiration behind him. But even for someone as interesting as you, there are many backstories that readers don't care about, don't want to know, or don't feel obliged to understand. A comic artist's job is to capture the most interesting parts and present them to the readers. The cute and clever one is March Bunny. The unruly but reliable one is Baseball Raccoon. This is what we call a concrete archetype paired with an abstract character. And the abstract side of a character will only be further simplified in the eyes of the readers. So, how do you think the readers across the universe view you nameless?
Como héroes.
Well said. Your heroic deeds and accomplishments drew my attention, and your demeanor gave me inspiration for the character in the Fluffy. But while the hero identity boosts the character's popularity, it also becomes a limitation. That's why the little animals in the Fluffy have to defeat even more powerful villains and keep upping the ante to get more applause from the audience. In turn, the reader's perceptions and expectations constrain the character's growth. If he acts out of line, the popularity will crash. If he can't come up with new ideas or grow stronger, the audience will soon lose interest in the comic. Unfortunately, the creation of Fluffy Across the Blue is now stuck at this very awkward bottleneck. Honestly, after drawing comics for so long, I've pretty much run out of ideas. Hundreds of amber eras ago, people would laugh out loud just from seeing a cat do a backflip. Now, to get the same kind of enthusiastic reaction, you'd probably need to have that cat fight a Mechatron in a one-on-one showdown in Perla's Tower. Although the Fluffy specials are selling like crazy, doing side stories without progressing the main plot isn't a long-term solution. Ever since all the gossip memo keepers I hired got wiped out in Amphorius, my source of intel's been drying up fast. But if someone from the Astral Express could quietly feed me a few juicy insider secrets from the Phantasmoon games, imagine the reader's reaction when the next chapter drops.
Vaya tela, chavales.
Whoa! Does Blurry QR Cult have a time machine or what? Oh, that'd totally save the Fluffy's future sales. After all, my little Furbo crew already works for you. Just have them slip me a copy of the Phantasmoon Games press release. We'll do a 50-50 split.
Trato hecho, ¿vale?
I've already figured out how to spend the royalties.
All right, since we've got the profit split sorted, looks like my creative block won't last much longer. Just wait. Star Rail Fest, a grand event.
Se viene ahora, ¿no? En esta versión, en la segunda parte, creo.
And an inordinate amount of wish power. Heroes and devils dancing together in Planarcadia.
Vaya tela, chavales.
Tell me, is there a better source of inspiration than that?
No, no la hay.
My hero, don't let us down.
Vaya tela, chavales. No sé si esto se acaba aquí, pero wow. Mientras tanto, en la escuela Grafia, ojo, ojo, aquí la historia continúa.
A supplicant is the master of wish power, but wish power can also become the shackles that bind the supplicant, forcing them to fulfill its desires. Love and hatred are alike. Dependence resembles fear. What commands wish power isn't only love, but also hatred. Thank you. These notes will really be a big help to him.
Good. I'm so glad to be of help. For generations, many members of our family have attempted to enter the Phantasmoon games. hoping to rely on the Aeon's immense power to lift the curse afflicting the Graphia bloodline. Some came close to the mask, but could only watch as history passed them by. Others wore it, only to fail in the end. That was until 400 years ago, when your great-great-grandfather Hero won the Phantasmoon Games and successfully gained an audience with Aha.
Vale.
The family's curse was not broken. In his notes he wrote, "Just as the god of destruction cannot cradle a bouquet, so too is the god of elation powerless against a curse."
Vale.
Father, are you wondering what it was that healed me?
I know you're keeping something from me. But I don't care what cured you 15 years ago. As long as you're alive, I can wait until the day you're ready to tell me. Still, as a father, there are things I must say, even if you don't want to hear them. As an artist, I'm fascinated by fleeting lives. How they struggle, suffer, and in doing so, reveal a brilliance worthy of time's memory. As a father, I can't stand by and watch my daughter walk into tragedy. I bless you to be a hero, to welcome the same end as Ashveil.
Vaya tela, chavales.
The road ahead is shrouded by uncertainty, and that's why someone must take the first step to trailblaze a path others can follow.
Tiene razón y la ha dado. Dice que no puede tenerla, correcto.
This is your choice.
Vale, la va a apoyar.
My daughter's choice. All I can do is stand by you quietly and pray you'll come back safely. Do you still remember the bedtime story I used to tell? They say there was once a princess in the sky. Day and night she painted in her celestial garden, untouched by the joys and sorrows of the mortal world. One night, a thunderous sound echoed from her painting. Curious, she stepped inside. Through seas of flowers, across mountains, until she reached the world's edge. There stood an ancient
Una torre antigua.
So tall, it pierced the heavens.
Vaya.
So vast, it seemed to hold the universe itself.
Climbing the endless staircase, the princess reached the summit. And from there, she saw the world beyond her garden. In the distance, she heard cries. The voices from that tower of infinity.
Madre mía.
Descended the world painter to walk the mortal realm. With a single stroke of her brush, she brought forth 1,000 imaginae, turning the tide against destruction. To go where there are cries, to go where there are flames. That is the meaning of Marauda.
But beyond the family name, my interpretation of our ancestors' name, Graphia, is also the hope I place in you. Himiko, whatever choice you make, if this is truly what you want, then go. Use those steps blazed upon trails to paint the world as you see it.
Thank you, Dad. By the way, how's your health? You haven't picked up any bad habits like smoking or drinking while I was away, have you?
Se ha cuidado, se ha cuidado.
As the Dean of Graphia Academy, I still have to set a good example for my students. It's just, my tendinitis keeps acting up.
La hernia discal está cada vez
My
peor.
disc is getting worse.
Vaya tela.
Himeko, how long will you be staying?
At least until the lunar cycle shifts. I'll stay here in Planarcadia until then.
I see. If If only the Phantom Moon could stay full forever. Himeko. Safe travels on the trails ahead.
Hello, everyone! Welcome to Full Wish TV's special news segment, Arcadian Morning Report. I'm your host, Poofy.
Hi, everyone! I'm your host, Snowy! The Star Rail Fest exhibition venue funded by Perlux Corp and constructed by Turbojin Heavy Industries has officially been completed!
Turbocons.
Thanks to modern imagenesis technology.
Starting today, the Lookout Cloud line is officially opening up a stop for the Star Rail Fest exhibition areas. The exhibition areas opening on day 1 include the Bellafog area, Siajolafu area, and Pinaconi area, showcasing the legendary adventures of the Astral Express.
¿De qué va esto?
The Infurious area, which is currently under construction, will open in due
Vaya tela.
For this event, Perlux cordially invites several crew members of the Astral Express to visit and be interviewed, including the Trailblazer, who recently joined the Phantom Moon Games as a supplicant.
That is certainly something to look forward to. I heard Perlux has also invited Blurry.
Esto es el momento en el que se está poniendo toda la carne al asador, o sea, vaya locura.
It'll be the first time the author reveals their true face in public.
Vaya
An
tela.
exhibition to gather wish power. Now that's an interesting scheme. Leave it.
Al fin y al cabo, este es el fuerte de Perlux.
Perlux excels at creating dreams for both children and adults. And the Astral Express is exactly the kind of otherworldly dream that fascinates the people of this world.
Sometimes I wonder if Jade invited us here with the intention of giving her colleagues a winning edge in the Phantom Moon games.
For Pearl, this Ionic game is probably also a good opportunity to observe and study the way we operate.
Though, compared to our usual opponents, this Intellitron executive is a surprisingly rational decision maker. Her proposal for cooperation seems more trustworthy than most.
It's not rationality that concerns me. It's the irrational factors.
¿Te refieres al nuevo anuncio a muertes?
Exactly. News of the Dovebrook bloodbath has already blown up online.
Hemos visto
Defense
referencias
trying to
importantes al
clamp
Honkai
down on
Impact
the
3,
rumors,
O sea, no digo nada, pero lo digo todo.
Plenty of people are still linking it to the Herald of Death from 15 years ago. With such a large crowd gathering there, this
Pearl must have contingency plans for situations like this, right?
Eso esperamos. Tal vez nosotros seamos el as que guarda debajo la manga.
Whatever Pearl has planned, we must consider the possibility that the Herald of Death might attack the venue. We won't just be there to showcase the Astral Express to the people of this world.
It's about time. You should get going.
¡Vámonos! La voz de Wade me gusta mucho, se parece mucho a la del primer actor de doblaje que tenía.
Travels falls on yours truly once again. Star Rail Fest, here we come.
Vamos allá. Pues nada, parece que se viene el festival, o sea... Entiendo que hay que ir para allá, hay que ir hacia la convención. Y... un momentito. Vámonos al salto de... No. Claro, entiendo que ahora ya viene la convención en este caso. Oh. Te lo hice en su momento, creo. Pero bueno. Ha sido un bonito manera de leer los comments mientras hacía esto. Es lo que os digo, yo creo que ahora vamos a ver cositas y va a estar guay, obviamente. Pero lo que os digo, esto nos trae directamente aquí, ¿vale? Entonces ahí hay un cofre, que es lo que vamos a coger ahora. Ahí lo tenemos. Y ya os digo que sigo viendo que quedan muchísimas aventuras por vivir. O sea, esto está siendo una auténtica locura. Obviamente ahora tendremos que tomar un poco aquí lo que es el expreso y demás. Pero esto está... Retirar, pegatina, chaval. Vale, perfecto. Otro amigo por aquí. Perfectísimo, chavales. Pero es lo que os digo, todo lo que estamos viviendo está siendo una aventura increíble, ¿vale? O sea, yo mañana tengo muchísimas ganas del tema del directo. Por eso mismo, porque te lo pasas bien, lo gozas. Es como que hay muchas cositas que ir haciendo y eso siempre, por lo menos a mí me llama muchísimo la atención. Y no sé vosotros, pero es lo que os digo, creo que lo que queda va a ser tiene que haber alguna batalla de boss de estas que flipas, así que tengo muchas ganas de verlo, ¿vale? O sea, quedan batallas, quedan un montón de cositas por hacer, desde luego, pero tengo que decirlo, me lo estoy pasando muy bien con lo que está haciendo Honkai. Creo que tengo que admitir que empezó, es lo que hemos estado comentando en los vídeos, ¿no? Empezó un poco, yo creo que light con la parte del padre de Himeko. Fue como, tío, ¿qué estáis haciendo? Sin embargo, ahora, por ejemplo, la conversación que hemos visto ahora sí que me ha gustado, ¿vale? O sea, creo que ha mejorado bastante. Creo que al principio, lo que os digo, no han sabido a lo mejor cómo enlazarlo, por así decirlo bien, y ya está. A mi forma de ver ha sido eso un poquito el fallo que creo que ha tenido esto. Pero lo que os digo, de verdad, gente, me ha encantado, me ha parecido divertido y espero que os haya gustado igual a vosotros que a mí jugarlo. Así que nada más que deciros, pasadlo en grande, disfrutad de la vida. Mañana volvemos con un nuevo directo. Os pongo la hora en cuando la tenga clara porque tengo unos líos que flipas. Pero bueno, en cuanto lo tengáis, pues probablemente el plan sería intentar acabar todo esto, ¿vale? Me tire 3 horas o lo que sea. Intentar mañana acabarlo entero para tener ya todo este episodio nuevo del Honkai. Y así pues voy subiendo los vídeos. Mañana probablemente publique también el de ZZZ, la última parte que me falta de lo nuevo. Y ya pues así vaya haciendo. Porque hoy al final he puesto Genshin porque tengo que subir los eventos, tengo que subir cositas. Y no me da la vida, gente, entendedlo. Hay muchas cosas en el HoYoverse ahora mismo y la vida es complicada. Tengo series que tengo vídeos preparados, como Final Fantasy Tactics, que tengo el vídeo siguiente hecho y tal. Pero lo que os digo, se me ha acumulado tanto vídeo de todo lo que es el HoYoverse que no sé cómo hacerlo. Además tengo que subir vídeos de WWE, o sea, locura, ¿vale? Vamos a intentar quitarnos cositas y voy haciendo porque de Zelda tengo también un montón de vídeos ya listos, grabados, editados y subidos acá. Me faltan las descripciones y poco más, así que a ver si me da tiempo y lo vamos gestionando. Pero bueno, pasadlo en grande, disfrutad de la vida, un gran saludo. Si estás viendo esto en YouTube, te leo en comentarios, deja tu buen like y nos vemos en la próxima Trazacaminos. Yo soy Herrero, se despide, hasta el próximo vídeo. Adiós.